How's it going, YouTube? V here, and we're back at it again this great day today of July 7th, 2026. And today we're going to be talking about how you will own nothing and be happy GTA 6 Edition. That's right, because by now this is probably old news to all of you guys, but I want to share my own take on in regards to this whole fiasco with GTA 6 and GTA 6 physical copies will not having a disc, which makes physical copies obsolete. Is ridiculous, absurd, and the worst part is since GTA is such, see everybody and their mother, right? All the normies somehow for some reason worship insanely. They worship Rockstar GTA, like they just they just love this thing, and I'm like, I understand a lot of people grew playing GTA. I get it, but like the absurd amount of fanboyism and normies just defending this absurdity is just mind blowing. And so what I was gonna say, GTA 6 is such a big thing, right? It's easily gonna be the best selling game in this generation, maybe ever, I don't know. But what I was gonna say is that unfortunately this release is setting basically the foundation for all the bad things that are to come in the gaming industry. And again, we've already spoken about how Sony has already messed up with ceasing physical disc production beginning 2028, which is a reason why I'm not going to be buying the PlayStation 6. Heck, in fact, I'm not going to buy any more PlayStation 5 games at all unless I've already have them pre-ordered and whatnot. So I'm not going to support a company that's just going to basically try to monopolize gaming and, you know, enact their bile practices upon the consumers, right? So this is the GTA 6 edition. And unlike, as I've said before, I'm not big on GTA. I'm in the minority here. I think it's overrated. I think it's overhyped, and I think it's absurdly worshipped, which it shouldn't be, right, at all. It's just outrageous, right? So anyway, Grand Theft Auto 6 physical copies won't include a disc. It will just be a code in a box. This article by IGN. So Rockstar will sell physical copies of GTA 6, though you'll only get a box containing a digital download code. This morning, well, the morning of what was this? June 25th. So yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. But still, Rockstar announced that we finally began GTA 6 pre-orders at midnight tonight with various options available. Alongside with digital pre-order, fans will also be able to buy GTA 6 in the box, though no disc will be included inside. It's so ridiculous. Like it's kind of like it's like you're buying a pizza. Like think you're buying from Domino's, but you get the box, but you only get a picture of the pizza or a code to eat the pizza, which is doesn't make sense, right? But if you're falling out with the PlayStation fiasco, right, you know where I got the pizza reference from. But I'm kind of applying it here because for the same absurdity of PlayStation going digital, this is the same issue. This is absolutely ridiculous, and this affects you for the same reason that PlayStation going digital only affects you. You will own nothing and be happy. You're gonna spend your hard-earned money to have the license to play this game for however many years Rockstar or PlayStation, whoever decides that you're gonna be able to play this game. And if one day they just decide you don't get to play this game anymore, they'll just take away your license. Now it might seem like, oh well, why would they do that? But what if let's just say, and I'm not saying this is being confirmed or even mentioned. This is just my what if scenario. Let's just say one day Rockstar said, well, we will charge you a monthly fee, right? Or a monthly membership to continue playing Grand Theft Auto, right? Once online launches, whatever. And then you decide, I don't want to do it. Well, now you don't get to play Grand Theft Auto. Again, this is just a what if scenario. Nothing like that has came about. But what if, right? With a digital only feature, that's pretty likely. I mean, or at least that's pretty possible, I should say. So anyway, it says here on the upside, physical copies will be available from November 12th in advance of the game's actual launch on November 19th. This early date is also when GTA 6 preloading will become available, allowing anyone with a physical copy or digital pre-order to get the game downloading. Still doesn't really address the issue, right? And let's see. Now that's already bad as is, right? The fact that it's not coming on the disc, and again, this sets the standard, which is why after they announced this, Sony coincidentally, right, announced that they were not gonna produce this anymore. What a coincidence, right? It almost feels like they talked to each other and said, "Okay, you go first, and I'll go next." Kind of almost seems like that, but who knows, right? Now, I'll tell you this though: Xbox is taking advantage. Halo Remake will be on physical disc so that you have tangible items to add to your collection. Halo Studios defied PlayStation and Grand Theft Auto 6 with its latest reveal. That's right. Some companies are actually smart. They're not drunk with power, and they actually have a brain, and they actually care about serving their purpose, which is to deliver a proper product to their consumer base, and their consumer base pays them. Who would have thought that would be a great idea? Just something that's been around for thousands and thousands of years. But anyway, following concerns announcement, and this is from Polygon, right? Following concerning announcements about physical releases from PlayStation and Rockstar Games, Halo Studios has confirmed that Halo Campaign Evolved will get a physical release on disc when it launches later this month. I'm clapping at that. This is proper business. This confirmation comes from the first answer in the latest community Q&A posted on the Halo Waypoints website last week. In response to a question asking if I buy Halo Campaign Evolved at a retail store, will there be a disc in the box? Senior Community Manager John Junicek, I may pronounce that wrong, but responded, yes, buying the Xbox or PlayStation version of Halo Campaign Evolved at your local retailer will result in getting the physical game case and disc so that you have tangible items to add to your collection. It's just ridiculous we got to a point, second half of 2026, when we have to ask the developers, hey, are we going to have a disc? Now, how absurd is that? It's just a dumbing down of society, right? All these corporations and all these greedy people, they just absolutely want to maximize profits and send everybody to damn themselves, apparently, because the absurdity, the lengths that these companies just go just to absolutely squeeze every dollar out of you and me. It's just insane, right? And it should make people really hate the idea of, putting up Rockstar in this high pedestal. I know it really is with Sony, right? Like, people are trashing the hell out of Sony, out of PlayStation, rightfully so, and they have to continue doing so for there to be change. Not that there will be change, and we can talk about that another time. They already ceased production, or their main warehouse where they produce discs, right? They're already repurposing it, but whatever. That's not what this video is about. But somehow you have the normies, right? They still defend Rockstar, and Rockstar still, listen, Rockstar can just fart on people's faces and they're still going to buy the games at full price, right? It's just insane, right? That we're in a point where we have to ask if a game will have a disc. So, I mean, if Xbox can capitalize on this, they will win this generation, the next generation, actually. The Xbox Project Helix, I think it's called. And then against the PS6. Because Sony, it's already gone over the head again. But we're going to go back to GTA 6. But this is just to show an example that Halo, another big franchise, although not in the scale of GTA, still is a very big, beloved franchise. They could have easily went the lazy, totalitarian route of digital only, but they didn't. Instead, they are giving us a disc, what we pay for. We pay to own something. Because if you don't physically own it, then you don't own it. Now, here's the other thing, and this is another reason why you should really, really not put Rockstar in the pedestal. You should I would say, don't buy their game. Again, I think it's overrated. Most of you normies will buy it because that's what normies do. But, I'm not giving them the hard-earned money unless I get a disc out of it. And that's if, like I said, I'm not even a big GTA guy, but there's another reason why. GTA 6 pre-order editions explain what you get with each version. Decide whether to opt for standard, ultimate, or wait a while. Our GTA 6 has revealed its pre-order editions, and despite lots of fancy customization options and a relatively predictable price for the standard edition, people are understandably upset about how much content, which arguably comprises a portion of GTA 6's identity, is locked behind a paywall. Obviously, us PC gamers, and by the way, this is by PC Gamer, but anyway, obviously us PC gamers with consoles have to decide whether we're purchasing but at least we might be able to grab it on sale on PC. It is worth noting, though, that since this game is purely digital, Rockstar can keep the price high for a long time, and they almost surely will. I mean, look, you'll go look up GTA on PlayStation Store right now, or even Xbox Marketplace, and it's, I'm sure, still going to be $60. So I don't doubt it, right? The days where you get discounts for games, especially if PlayStation and Rockstar get their way, they're goodbye. They're long gone. Anyway, so here's the differences, right? Price for the regular edition is $80 basically, right? 1 month of the GTA Plus subscription and the Vintage Vice City pack only if you pre-order the game, but far fewer customization options overall. Cheapest option for buying GTA 6 is still $10 more than every other big budget game launched right now. And it doesn't include a bunch of the cosmetic and customization features that the Ultimate Edition has. It's a bit dire considering going rags to riches and spending your ill-gotten gains pimping out your house, clothes, and a car as key elements of the GTA series. Here's another reason, right? GTA 6 is already $10 more than every other big budget game. So the average big budget game is $70. They're doing $80. Now they're setting the standard so that future games are going to be now $80. I mean, heck, Nintendo's already doing it, I believe, right? Digital games are $70, but if you want a physical, oh boy, you're going to pay $80 for that. And quote-unquote physical because they're, key cards, right? So they just validate the license. You still have to download it. Stupid, really. But again, I don't own a Nintendo. I don't care about Nintendo, so it doesn't affect me. Both editions include a month of GTA Plus. The future GTA Online is currently unclear, but it's practically inevitable that Rockstar will create a GTA 6 Online variant too. You also get the Vintage City pack if you pre-order. That's how PC folks screw, I guess. Blah, 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 right? But let's look at the Ultimate Edition. What's with her hair, dude? That's crazy. $99.99, 1 month of the GTA Plus subscription, Vintage City pack, and the Ultimate Edition upgrade, which you will almost definitely be able to purchase separately post-launch, so don't feel pressure to decide now. The Ultimate Edition contains everything GTA 6, unlocking all customization features throughout Vice City. The annoying part is that it includes what sounds like job-style activities and vendors who will customize your cars and characters. So think about it. One of the things about GTA, the identity, is that you get to customize your car, your whip, yourself, your clothes, right? But to have those features locked behind a $20 upgrade. So basically, you're giving Rockstar more money to screw you over and to set a bad standard for the gaming industry. All right. So take the classic car collection, for example, which sees you track down a variety of abandoned classic and work in progress project cars and revitalize them. That sounds like a whole mini quest line you won't be able to access with standard. There's also vehicle customization, a salon, tattoo parlor, and everything. Shops you can't use with the Ultimate, which frankly sucks. Here's everything. So basically, it's kind of like you get the standard edition, $80. You play the game flat, right? You pay $100. You get the game and side quests and side activities and fun things to do. And as I've already said, one of the reasons I'm not into GTA and I'm not a big fan of it is because, in my opinion, it's kind of boring. I mean, you have the main story, whatever. Outside of GTA Online, there's some things you can do, like customize your cars, go on races, go act stupid, whatever. But there's some mini side activities. There's a few side things to do, maybe some side quests, whatever, that keep things interesting. But it's not to the depth of a RPG or JRPG, right? Which is why I personally am not really a fan of it, right? But at least it has some side activities, some fun things to do, right? That's supposed to be part of GTA. But you're basically paying $80 for just the story, basically. I mean, that's it, And outside of that, if you want the side stuff, side activities, side quests, miscellaneous things to do, things that you find fun, customization, whatever, possibly races and stuff like that. Well, good luck, because you're gonna have to shell out an extra $20. 95 Grotti Cheetah, Grotti Signature Mid Sports Car, and ode to short drive. A classic. Ganado Retro Build, inject some muscle, classic stuff. Yeah, so customization. Perfect for casting gambit bait, reaching out, reeling catches whole swords, is great in pink and blue squallow doctor, but yeah. So I mean, garage, classics, safe houses to story view, man. Weapons and cosmetics, look at this. Unique activities and vendors. Classic car collection, compounds, Ride-Out Customs, Sarah's Unisex Salon, customization, dude. So So as you can see, the $20 upgrade unlocks an absolute ton of stuff. Should a lot of this have been part of the game? Yes, you should. All I can really say is purchase accordingly or hey, not at all. And that's where Sean Martin put it beautifully. Buy it or don't buy it at all. Go big or go home. Listen, guys, I'm just telling you right now. The reason why I call this You Own Nothing Be Happy is because not only are you having to pay an extra $10 for a video game, right? $80 to be stripped of side activity, side content, right? Just basically playing the story. That's really what you're doing. And maybe GTA Online, right? But you're also not even owning this thing. You don't even own this, right? So you're paying Rockstar all this money for something you don't even own. And the worst part is a lot of you suckers are gonna do it anyway because you're normies. But for those few of you, those 1, 2, or 3 of you that don't, you might ask, well, V, like, I want to play this game, but like, what do I do? I mean, this game is not going to sell even in years. Those days are gone basically. And I mean, like, I want to play this game, but I don't want to support this. So there's a few ways you can go about it. You can buy it pre-owned, like say you buy it from a pre-owned store or buy it online or something. If you really don't want to support Rockstar, or you can still buy it. I mean, I'm not saying don't buy it. I'm just saying that know what you're getting yourself into, right? That you know that, hey, be critical of Rockstar. Be critical of these prices. Be critical of these things and voice them out. Tell people about it. Like, call it out. Don't blindly just worship Rockstar at all. Don't worship them at all. Just be out front. Like, criticize them. Call them out for the BS. If you really want to play the game, that's at your discretion. It's your hard-earned money. But just make sure that you really understand what you're getting into, and what you're going to be paying for this. And I will say, if you want to own something physical, I mean, supposedly, I didn't pull up the article, but supposedly Rockstar said they're going to release a physical edition later down the line. Wait for that. I mean, if I play the game, if I get it, I'm going to wait till I get the disc, man. I'm not going to, I don't care. Like, I'm not one of those normies I have to get it off launch, right? Like, I'm going to get it when it's a disc, if I even get it all, right? Or here's the other solution, right? Don't buy it at all, maybe. There's a lot of other games. Well, I know a lot of games trash now, but there are some good games out there, especially Japanese games or Korean games or whatever, that are pretty good, worth the money instead. So I would say go that route. So there are definitely other options you can go, right? Or just, again, don't even game at all. Just focus on, learning skills, work on yourself, get yourself fit, start a business, do something. Make YouTube videos like I am. But there's other ways that don't involve you having to buy GTA 6 unless you really want to. Anyway, so if you guys like my content, please hit the like button. If you guys like watching the content and videos I create, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Peace.